Oh, this is gonna be good. And they fucked it. Oh well, at least I'm not too invested in Cyberpunk. Would be a real shame if there was like a piece of media out there or something that like got me really invested in the world and the storylines and just made me really want to buy this $80 game to try it out, play the real thing. Yeah, that sure would suck. Wait, what's this? A piece of media that got me really invested in the world and storylines that made me want to buy this $80 game? Well, shit. Alright, first things first, I genuinely didn't really know how to make this video, and I think that kind of says the most about the game, more so than anything I could genuinely comment on. It's not really bad, but it's not really great. It's just kind of a game. I feel no regret for buying it. I don't feel disappointed at all, but on the other hand, I kind of just wish I had my $80 back. However, that is just what I think, and I probably think quite differently than you when it comes to games. So let's go through some pros and some cons to maybe give you a better idea of what you might like and might dislike. Now, you can't talk about the good of Cyberpunk without at least mentioning the story. While it's not like completely insane, it's not something that's changed my life or my perspective or has my jaw on the floor 24/7. It is still pretty good, and I do enjoy it. Whoa! This shit's fucking awesome! The world of Cyberpunk feels very fresh, at least for things I've played. I'm sure there's games out there with a lot of similar vibes to it. But for me, especially the kind of genre, I've never really seen anything quite like this, and so it keeps me quite interested. However, a good story can't supersede good gameplay, but I am happy to say that the gameplay it's fairly alright. The missions, at least the main ones, they're pretty good. I've enjoyed them, I've had fun with them, and I think most people would as well. Bonk. Behind the foam couch. But to me, where this game really shines and where the main missions really become fun is when you get Johnny Silverhand involved. I mean, just look at this. That just looks kind of cool. Oh, yo, that was neat. That was actually sweet.
Hey, we're chill.
Tonight, I'm here to say goodbye to all of you.
Arcade, come on!
Silverhand.
Hey, Shane!
Get us in the air! Here, put this on, and it stays on! Got it?
I'm Silverhand. I'm cool as shit. Fuck this cigarette. Cigarette sucks ass. It's raining because I'm in a bad mood.
You know how to use that thing? It's not.
Other access point. Get moving.
Johnny, remember the plan?
Get the payload on the elevator, arm it, let gravity do its thing.
Giving you 4 fucking minutes. Chopper's not gonna wait 1 sec longer.
So
Door
the
lock
time I
breached.
need.
Arasaka sons of bitches incoming.
Love you, Spider.
All world loves me.
Rip and tear. Please, there we go.
Closing in.
Go, Oh shit. It's you!
Shit, that's Adam Smasher.
The Atom Smasher. Oh god.
Johnny, run! Run, Johnny, like the wind.
Like the wind! Ugh. No! Fuck you! Not my helicopter.
Smasher.
Smash
Told you,
it.
Johnny boy. Told you I'd end you someday.
No! Now I'm Johnny No Hand. Fuck. Oh, wee.
Which terrorist organization do you belong to? How did you acquire fissile material?
Okay, that one was kind of a little weak. I'm gonna be honest, man.
Hajimeru.
Soul Killer Primed. Oh god. Don't do it. No. Pretty cool, am I right? You know what else is pretty cool, actually, on that note? The driving. Now, it's like really bad. It's not great, but it's kind of silly enough that it just becomes fun. It's not inconvenient really in any way. You get used to it pretty quickly, and it spices things up. It makes transport just that little bit more interesting. Am I causing accidents back there? Oh, I better make sure I'm not causing accidents up here. Ooh. With that, I genuinely think that's the last of my pros. Not to say all the game is otherwise bad, or anything I haven't listed here is not good, but it's not really great. It's nothing I'd necessarily list as a pro, especially when there are just other games that you can play that'll play about the same, just a little nicer.
Yeah, fuck off! And Becca, tip him on his way out!
He's your errand boy. Work it over yourself, cheap ass!
Thing number one, the bugs. Now I know what you're thinking. What? Bugs in Cyberpunk? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I know it's kind of an obvious one, but not in the way that you might actually think. I don't mean bugs as in the whole game is buggy or glitchy or broken. It's actually been quite fine for me. Now I am running on quite a good computer and on a computer in general, so you know, console probably going to be a lot worse. But there is one bug that has been particularly rough for me.
Think fast, chuckle nuts!
Oh! What the fuck is this? Is it meant to look like this? No. No, it is not. Now, this bug is particularly... Oh, it's just horrible, because I just don't know where I'm going. The game is already confusing enough, I find, with directions, especially with the way that fast travel works, which is another big thing that's just horrendous. You have to go to specific points before you can fast travel, which just overcomplicates it a lot. But when you add on the fact that I just can't tell what's really going on with the map and I'm just always lost, it just means I have no direction for anywhere. But hey, that's not like a complete deal breaker for me. I can still make my way around. What is kind of a deal breaker is the way they've done difficulty, and I just didn't really realize this until later than I would have liked. Now, I put it on hard, as I generally do. I generally won't go with normal. I like to go a little above, just because I find that it's usually challenging enough, and I don't tend to have an issue with it. But the way they've done it in Cyberpunk is kind of the way that you would have expected them to do it in Cyberpunk, where they put basically no effort, no time, or polish into it, and just made your guns and the enemies just feel incredibly unbalanced. You can shoot things for fucking years and get nowhere, and it's just... It hurts my feelings, because it's always been the worst way to do difficulty, and I just stuck with it for so long thinking, oh, it's fine, and it's not fine. The game gets significantly better once you drop it down. It becomes a lot more playable. What I find especially atrocious about that is it highly incentivizes you to just play stealth. And that's an issue games like this have always had, especially I think Far Cry, they've moved into having HP rather than just one-hit kills and etc. But it really, really ruins the balance of the game and kind of, it sort of forces everyone into playing just this stupid stealth build that's not really that fun because frankly, it's a lot quicker and a lot easier to walk up behind an enemy, press 2 buttons and go on with your day than it is to spend 30 mags, you know, just dumping into someone to get them maybe half health. What you're seeing here is basically the core gameplay loop for one of the missions that you play. Now, it's obviously, you can do it loud if you want, and it's nice to give you that option, but each of these enemies carries a hefty HP bar, and it's basically just 10 times the work to have to shoot through every single person. And don't get me wrong, I actually really quite enjoyed that mission. It's just a shame I didn't have that option, because initially I did want to go loud, and I think it probably would have been a good bit more fun. Having said that, that's probably the last main con I really wanted to put for this game. As it turns out, the biggest gripe I have with this game is the fact that it is just so bland. I have no solid reason to hate it, but I also have no solid reason to love it. And for that reason, I kind of dislike it. But on the other hand, I can't really feel justified in saying you shouldn't play it. At the end of the day, I think the biggest thing to take away from this is that if you can get past the fact that you will probably have bugs, maybe performance could be rough for you, and you're just in it for the story, or at the end of the day, you don't care that the gameplay isn't as good as it could be, you won't regret buying the game. You may regret not buying a better game, but, you know, that's a different thing. So there we have it. Took us all that time to get to a really fucking wishy-washy answer, but honestly, I have nothing better for you. Hope this video might have helped your decision on whether or not to buy the game, or at the very least, maybe you found it a little entertaining. I know for myself, this video was a massive pain, a lot of procrastination, and just the style I am not quite used to yet, and it's definitely something I have to work on, but every video is a great learning step, and I thank you so much for being a part of it, for being just clicking on this video, even if you skipped to the very end, found it completely boring and uninteresting, you hated it all. I still appreciate it. It's nice to see, you know, the views go up, even if it is 10-second views. Looking good. Fuck this mirror.